Welcome everyone to Beyond the Adventure. Today's episode is Mount Tom, and let's get started. So starting this episode out here, I wanted to show you guys the same shot that I showed you the last time that I brought you up here, which was during the middle of a snowstorm in Season 5. I will throw that link up here or down below if you want to check that episode out. Now anyways, Mount Tom, this is going off the Wikipedia page, is 1,202 feet high. It is a steep, rugged, trap rock mountain peak on the west bank of the Connecticut River, 4.5 miles northwest of downtown Holyoke. The mountain is the southernmost and also the highest peak of the Mount Tom Range and the highest tap rock peak of the 100-mile long Metacomet Ridge. Now here is a quick shot with the drone as we are crossing over Route 141, which is up by the log cabin in Holyoke. Here we are headed up into the woods, and in a second here you will see a warning sign. These were never up here before. I don't know when they put them up. They weren't here the last time I hiked up here, but this mountain is a home to the endangered timber rattlesnake, and they also use this area to release timber rattlesnakes that were bred in captivity and raised to maturity. They release the snakes up on the mountain. There has been a couple of different bites. The most recent one was probably about 5 or 6 years ago, but the person was smart enough to take a picture of the snake with their camera phone so they could get the proper anti-venom there available. Now this is coming up towards the top of the mountain here, and like I said, if you watch the episode that I took you guys up here during a snowstorm, a lot of the shots are very similar. I took the same exact trail up here. There's a couple ways to get to this mountain. There is entering from like the East Hampton side, there's entering from the Holyoke side next to the log cabin. That's a really loud helicopter. So here I am taking the drone up. And there's also another way to get up there, which you would have to walk by where Mountain Park was and also where the ski area is, which is another location that I took you guys to in, I believe it was Season 5 as well. I'll put the link up here or down below in the description. Anyways, here I am just flying the drone out around the mountain, and I wanted to give you guys some views out here. And I had the, I believe, the ND20 filter on the drone, and the whitewash was a little bit much, but I tried to edit around it and everything like that. Funny story, I bought those filters for the drone about 6 or 7 months ago, and until 3 or 4 flights ago, I kept forgetting to bring them every time I went. So here's just a shot of the mountain. There's a whole bunch of different radio communication towers up there. When I was a little kid, there was only 1 or 2 towers, and there was a small building up there. Now there's like 4 or 5 different buildings, and I can't even tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 12 towers up there. It's a little bit ridiculous, but anyways, Mount Tom, like I told you guys in a previous episode, there used to be a hotel up at the top of it. The hotel burned down numerous times, and they finally decided not to continue rebuilding the hotel, not to have an attraction up on the top of the mountain. But there used to be a rail car that would bring people up there. This is all stuff that I talked about in the other episodes, so if you guys want to check that out, like I said, the link's up above, down below in the description. I'll actually put the link up now for Beyond the Adventure, where I go into more detail about the trip on Mount Tom. Here's a look over. That is the Connecticut River. The first body of water that you see closest to you is the Whiting Street Reservoir. That little cut in the mountain right there, the power line, is where the other road to get up to where the summit of Mount Tom is, and there's the crash memorial for a B-79 Flying Fortress, I believe, is the model of the airplane. It was an airplane, it was a Flying Fortress. It had crashed when it was returning to Westover Base, I believe, or, was it Westover Base? I think it was Westover Base. Anyways, all the service members were killed on board, and there's a nice memorial up there, a nice, I think it's granite, maybe it might be marble, nice stone with all the members of the armed forces, their names on there, and there's a bunch of birch trees around. There's a big American flag up there. There's a shot of the main street that would bring you into downtown East Hampton. Now here it is, I'm bringing you guys up to where the balcony, the ledge is, the railing. Now this, like I said, is where the hotel was situated originally, where all those buildings you see on the left-hand side of the screen, that is where the hotel was located. I really like this shot that I got right here of the mountain taking over the frame and the background disappearing behind it. I thought it was a cool shot, so I wanted to include it, even though it is a little whitewashed up at the top there. Now, right there is the Star of Mount Tom. This is always lit up for the Christmas season, and a really cool thing that it made me think of Mount Tom when we're on vacation down south when we went to see the Roanoke Star, because they have a massive star up on top of a mountain down there. Very reminiscent of the star up at the top of Mount Tom. But here we are making our way back to the parking lot of the log cabin, which soon will be changed, and they want to put a Dunkin' Donuts in right there where that little tiny parking lot is, and they want to put like another store in there as well. Absolutely crazy. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Like I said before, all of the links of the episodes I talked about will be linked down below in the description. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you on Friday for Free For All Friday. Peace.